I have explained how to create points and draw a rectangle by joining point to point. Like we have created 4 points or calculated 4 points, and then we can join 2 points at a time to draw a line. Now I am going to explain what is inside these functions. First of all, we have to know what are point. So point is actually a class, and as you see, point is a combination of three variables x, y, and z. It is so x, y, z are declared at double. Double means double precision number, or you can simply say it's a decimal number. Now there is a method called add. Now we do not need this as of now. We can delete it for now, and simply we can say this. It will, I believe, it will still work. I want to make it simple. Let me check if this code is still working. It is supposed to work, yes. Now point is a class which has three data members x, y, and z, all double or decimal number, for example, and it has a method called add. So whatever x and y we keep, basically they are delta x. Basically they are delta x and delta y, you can say. Now this delta x and delta y are added to a base point, and a new point is calculated, and that is returned from here. So using you have seen, so it you can see that add function is called 3 times. Okay. Now what is create point? Create point is a function. Now this function and this function, add function, is a different. Add function is actually a part of the point class, so it's a class member function. But this create point function is not part of any class. It's a global function, you can say. It's written in a module, not in a class. But this add function is part of this point class. That's why it is written in the point class. Okay. So this is a global function. It is written in a module, and it takes x and y, using which a new point is created. Now we have not assigned z. Z is by default 0. So you can do something. You can simply make Z disappear, because we are dealing with 2D only right now. Okay. And in that case, we do not have to deal anything with. So in fact, we do not need to do anything with Z. If there is no Z, we can assume that the default value of Z is 0. So with that consideration, if we run the program, the output remains same. Only thing we have not taken care of anything to do with Z, because Z is by default 0. But if you have to take care about 0, we have to consider this. But we'll do it in other videos or other program. So this is the point class which has only x and y for 2D, and with a given base point, if we pass delta x and delta y, it gets a new point with respect to the given point, and it returns that newly created point. Here we can create a new point with the given x and y, right? Now that way, actually, we can create all the 4 points. Now this add line method, it is actually taking 2 points. You can say start point or end point. You can simply say start point and end point, whatever the name you give does not matter. Basically here, this is the start point and this is the end point, and if you just pass it, it creates a line and add it to the model space of the current drawing and then update it. So this is the internal mechanism of this program. If you run it, it should give you the same result. And now the code is much simpler. As you see, this point class is much simpler. There is no jet. This code is also small. This is also small. But with these three basic function, create function, add, and add line, you can create many steps. And as you know that in other videos I have explained that, for example, let me show you. I will show you in a different video that you can create any complicated shape. Okay, you can create any complicated shape with this basic three functions. Thank you.